Well, good morning, everybody. It is the 25th of January. I'm just going to do a short little video today and go from there. Sit back, relax, keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times. Let's get it going.
Every hunter out there wants deer coming into their stand, right? Why do we use full force hunting products? That's why.
All right, so a lot of times during the season, I'll be talking to friends, and you can definitely tell the frustration that they have in them, and they're ready to give up, and they're not seeing what they wanted to see, and they're done, and which really just kind of tells me they're really not into it. They really think that, just going out there and sitting that they're going to see exactly what they want to see, which is the farthest thing from the truth. Most of the hunters out there that are successful, they grind it out. They grind it out to the last time, the last day, and that's pretty much what I did this year. I was moving stands, I was moving cameras, just to get on a chance to get on one of these bucks that I had in early season. I ended up just 120 inch 8-point, whatever you want to call it, nothing major, but a lot of guys get frustrated, and their frustration starts looking at their phones, seeing all these videos of people shooting big bucks, and and honestly, I really think that's part of the reason why these kids aren't hunting. They'll go out once, twice, 3 times and sit with one of their parents, and they're not seeing these big bucks that they see on videos, and I think that's pretty much the reason why we're losing a lot of these kids. So if you have kids and you're raising them, tell them that's not how 90% of America hunts. And that's something that we're going to go over and over again in a lot of these podcasts. So, I grew up in a time where, scouting was, we would go sit in a damn tree for, a few weeks before the season. That's how we scouted. Or we were constantly out there looking for sign. But, obviously with cameras nowadays, we can pretty much just kind of let them sit for a few weeks, move them or hang a stand or what have you. But a lot of the frustration, I think, does come with a lot of these videos. These videos are putting these things that, like if you buy a product, I know I own a product company and I do not give false hope. My products do work, but I don't push the big buck thing with our products. But a lot of this false hope out there is really dejected a lot of people when it comes to hunting. If you gave up, if like our standard bow season starts here October 1st, and our basic hunting season goes through January 1st, and a lot of guys do give up mid-November. Like, whatever reason, they're frustrated. They don't want anything to do with it no more, and they're done for there. They're packing it up. So you got to tell yourself, how much effort did you really put in hunting a half a season? The guys out there that are constantly harvesting what they want to harvest is because they're putting the time and the effort into doing it. If you're one of these guys that kick back in the mornings and watch TV, or you just kind of go out as a fair weather person, your chances are very, very slim. There's some of you that may get lucky and shoot something that you stumbled across. I mean, a squirrel gets an acorn every now and then, right? But we'll be right back. All right, well, frustration can be anything, come from anywhere, could be anything, from a squeaky tree stand to a hunter walking in on your area while you're hunting and things like that. Up here in northern Michigan and all the state land that we do have here, that does happen on occasions. And if you're a hunter that has no frustrations, that has never had a issue, then you're really not hunting enough. That's just flat out. That's just kind of what it is. But when up here where we got millions of acres of state land, 90% of us, this is where we hunt. And luckily that I live in an antler point restricted area, and so the hunting has gotten a lot better. I bought a house here in this area, but I don't know, 12 years ago, but 10 years ago when I bought the house here, you could not get me to hunt around here at all. So how do you combat that frustration? And the biggest thing is, just you got to stay positive. Stay positive and have a few spots. A lot of people only run 3-4 cameras. That's all they run. And they think in those 3-4 spots that they should be able to pick up something good. And that's where the frustration starts. I'll start off my season running cameras in, June, July, mostly in August. I'll run 20, 30 cameras. I'm not saying I have 20 or 30 spots. I may have, if I had 25 cameras out, I'll probably have 15 different spots I'm running. And maybe a few of those spots will have 2 or 3 cameras, because maybe there's just so many trails and so much sign in there that I want to cover everything. My frustration will start usually probably around the 13th of November, because our gun season opens up the 15th of November. And this is when the yahoos from downstate come up. Hey, it's state land, what can you do? And all I got to say to that is, to these people that come up and hunt for 3 or 4 days and go back home and you don't see them again, hey, do your due diligence and walk that area. Make sure there's nobody else hunting there and you're screwing up their hunt. That happened to me this year in my best spot, which I really thought I was out of the way and nobody would really end up there, but I was wrong. So a lot of, don't get frustrated. Just keep thinking positive. If that happens to you and the guy doesn't move, get up, go and be a bigger man. Go to a different spot. There's no there's no reason to sit there and have a sitting contest with the guy that's 50 yards away. I mean, what's the point in that? I mean, you got scent all over the place. What are the chances? Get up and move. Always have that backup or 2 backup spots to fall back on. As for kids and them being, frustrated, kids are going to be frustrated. A lot of my buddies, I never had kids, and but I see it. I see it with my buddies' kids where they'll get frustrated and then they'll stop hunting. But if you start them off hunting, they will come back. They're going to go through that high school phase. They're going to, chase girls for a little while, or they'll chase boys, whatever. And they'll come back. They understand it. They begin to understand it after a while. And once they get over that hump of this is how hunting really is, then they're going to continue with it. At that point, it's your job to instill in them. It takes hard work. It's just not going to set up a tree stand and he's going to walk by. And, frustration. It pushes a lot of people out of this sport. It really does. I know a lot of my friends their philosophy now is they're going to trophy hunt out of state, and then they're going to fill their freezers in Michigan. That's fine. More power to you. That's how you want to do it. I mean, that's cool, man. That's cool. Anyways, I just wanted to vent a little bit about that because I had a conversation the other day with a friend of mine who did the exact same thing. He said he's done hunting in Michigan, but I'm not gonna name names. He's gonna know it when he sees this. But anywho, that's that. Just a short little bit about frustration. See ya.